Bandwidth for all shows on the Aussie Tech Heads network is supplied by Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting. For a fast, affordable and reliable Australian server with fantastic support, contact Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting at aussietechheads.com.au. Aussie Tech Heads, Australia's best hosting service.
Welcome everyone to another episode 417 in fact, and as a request from Shane, it is the 11th of December 2014, getting closer to Christmas. Shane misses our little date stamping of the show, so I'll bring it back just for Shane, so I hope he's happy. We'll talk to him in a minute and see if that has made his day full of happiness. But we are brought to you by ATH Web Hosting, Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting, athwebhosting.com.au. Go check it out. Don't forget our Shoutcast Radio, 24/7 radio, and that's at aussietechradio.com. It's got great shows, Obsidian Loft, the two fat geeks or fart geeks or something. Old fart geeks. Warlock, what is it? Old fart geeks?
Old fart geeks, not old geek farts, because it's a bit smelly.
Old fart geeks, that's on there. I think he's done a couple of episodes. We'll ask him when we get to him.
We've done another one. Let's get to him right now. Hello, Warlock. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Now tell us about it. What's going on?
Oh, we did another Minecraft Obsidian Loft episode and another Old Fart Geeks. I've just got to produce them and get them uploaded because next week I'm on 2 till 10 all week, so I won't be able to do any podcasts. So.
Is that the night shift?
That's the afternoon to evening shift. The night shift is 10 p.m. to 8 a.m.
You're like a policeman. You're doing shifts all over the place.
I know, right?
Yeah, all right. Now,
let's... Been shopping too.
In shop?
Yeah, well, I had a LCD TV for about 7 or 8 years that I bought when I was up in Brisbane. That cost $1,500 back then for 26-inch TV. You know what $1,500 gets you these days?
Yeah, the space shuttle.
I know, right? So every time, it didn't matter when I was in Sydney and Brisbane because I didn't have any visitors. But now I got down in Melbourne, I've got visitors coming all the time, and all the little kids are like, "Wow, your dad's got a really little TV, hasn't he?" Like, fine.
What's wrong with your dad?
Yeah.
I went out and got a 50-inch LCD TCL. It's really
good. Ooh, nice. 50. Smart TV?
Yeah.
Nice. And you got your Google Chrome, or what do you got going on there? Chromecast?
Roku.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
And my little 26-inch TV went to my daughter's bedroom with the Apple TV, and she can watch stuff in there through the Apple TV.
Cool. All right. Now, Shane, how are you?
Good. I have a similar week to Warlock while we're comparing size of TVs and everything. We about 10 years ago we bought an LG 42-inch, one with a big kind of frame bezel edge kind of around it, and it's only an LCD, and that was $5,000 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
This was $690 for 50-inch now. That's how much it's changed.
Oh yeah, for $1,100 we got a 60-inch LG LED thing. The only thing that annoys me about it is you can't set, or at least I can't anyway, I can't calibrate the TV so every picture looks good. Like I'll get it right for say Foxtel, and then regular TV will look crap. And then I'll get it right for regular TV and Foxtel will look crap.
Well, why don't you just get it right for the test pattern, the calibration screen? And then
just watch that.
They watch
right. Anything else.
You've got to calibrate it. You've got to calibrate it with the text pattern.
Yeah, but don't with the calibrator. If you get it done properly, don't they have like a special thingo that they stick on the screen that measures the?
Yeah, you can get those guys come in, but you can do it yourself if you follow the instructions. But you can get guys to come in and do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, it was funny when I was getting mine. I was talking to the guy at the Good Guys, and I said to him first thing when I got there, I'm like, I'm just comparing the TVs here, seeing what they look like at a bit of a distance. So I said, he's like, oh, what do you know about them? I said, well, I know there's about 2 companies in the whole world that make panels, so all of these got the same panel. It's just slightly different insides. He's like, yeah, and then he tried to sell me on Samsung for an extra $83 because it looked better. I was like, dude, we just agreed they got exactly the same panels in most of the TVs.
Yeah, what
it
are you
doesn't
doing?
look that much better, and you get 1 year warranty on the Samsung, whereas the TCL you get 3 years warranty for $83 less.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not only does he try and get the extra $83 out for the TV, but then he's like, well, then you're going to need an extra couple of years worth of extended warranty. That's only $100, so there's $200 more for his commission.
I think
It's like,
did you get the extended warranty?
well, the TCL comes with 3 years anyway, so that's all I need.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that's all right. That's good. Yes, I got me little laptop. Yeah, me thingy, bobber, me yoga. It only come with 1 year. I'm not sure if I want to extend that or not. I think I should be right. But anyway,
You know that if you buy a Dell computer, laptop, or any computer, through their business section, even if you're just a normal consumer, you get automatic 3-year warranty.
Dell's
Yeah.
brilliant products, you know. I love Dell.
yeah. Well, I rang him up today to get a service call, and had it all done. And as a matter of fact, it was the service call was. I rang him up today. The service call was done yesterday. How good is that? Because I'm serious, because what had happened was I tried to organise a service call for one of my customers, and unbeknownst to me, the technician had already gone out, fixed the machine. I'm on the phone today organising it still because I didn't think we were that far. And
Time travel.
no.
You've just broken time travel.
I know. I said they're
That's
great.
even better than Apple.
They are. They're one of the best.
I
All right.
wouldn't go that far, but they're good.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say how many were. I didn't say how many were in the group of the best though, Eric. I
No,
could have been
that's
talking
right.
the top 1,000.
So Dell, twinkle in the eye, free samples. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, Eric, how
Macintoshes, do they?
Dell?
It's no good to Eric.
No, that's
What a free sample
Eric's
of a
got Dell. Eric's got a
look,
Dell.
if someone gave me a free Dell that was what do you call those? The thin ones. What do you call those? Ultrabooks,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If someone said, "Here you go," I'm not going to knock it back. They're beautiful machines. I
they
just
are.
happen to like Apples. But if someone wants to give me a Dell, quite happy to accept it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, wouldn't you? I'd be quite happy to accept an Apple.
You could
Yeah,
probably
well,
get Hackintosh on it anyway.
Yeah. All right.
I tried that.
What did you try?
I used to run
Hackintosh?
Hackintosh on a
It's
Dell.
very hard to put. Apparently, anyway. Good evening, everyone. I'm Eric. Nice to see you
Yeah.
again.
Hey, Eric,
Anyway,
welcome to the show.
no problems. 20 minutes in. Apparently, it's easier to make a Hackintosh out of a desktop Dell
It is, yeah.
than it is a laptop
Really
Dell.
easy.
It's just
Really, really
the motherboard is made. It's a nightmare. I've tried.
Drivers.
What
I've
is?
tried.
Well, why did you single Dell out there? Is that the best hardware
No,
to
because
use?
they're the best ones apparently to make a Hackintosh out of.
Yeah, okay.
From
Yeah.
what I've read. From
I
what I've
had
read.
one that I
Because they've
got,
got
like,
really good,
200.
robust systems. See, that can handle
They use
a
similar
Mac
motherboard
operating system.
and components in the Dell desktops that they do in the Apple anyway. It's all compatible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
there you go.
Go
So
buy Dell, everyone. They're fantastic products.
yeah, go buy a Dell. What do you reckon, Shane? Any words you want to say?
Oh, he's falling
Bit
asleep.
quiet.
We're putting.
Not really. No, you've covered everything.
Yeah, covered everything. All good.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Now let's get on to more important things. Now, more important things is how's this story here? The hacker group takes down Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network, and apparently it's all going to happen again and more severely on Christmas Day. So that's no good, is it? I don't.
No, well, who's going to play Xbox on Christmas Day except for the kids? No one cares.
Yeah.
Sony's ridiculous. They keep
it's
getting
just
hacked, and
the
they're
kids.
like, "We don't need any security in our place." They were quoted as saying, "Why spend $10 million on security to protect $1 million worth of data?" You know, let the hackers come in. I don't care, and they did, and it was hilarious because they published
I don't
everything.
play Xbox, so I don't care.
A hacker group called Lizard Squad has taken credit for shutting down Microsoft Xbox Live and Sony PlayStation networks separately over the past week or so. Now the group says it's going to continue to wreak havoc, and especially on Christmas Day, it wants to take down Xbox Live on Christmas Day. The group communicates largely via Twitter. Well, I reckon let's close Twitter down.
Very switch round. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
Close it down. Where it delights in takedowns with messages like Xbox Live, #offline, and PSN login, #offline. Lampoons attempts to stop it and makes threats. They
What is
lamp.
it? National Lampoon
They
Chevy
lamp-
Chase.
Yeah, Great.
lampoon.
He's on Community now.
I don't think I've ever seen lampoons in a sentence before, except talking
You know,
about the
it was
movie.
funny though when you were saying, "Oh, they did Xbox One and they've done PlayStation 4. They're moving on to the next." I'm like, "What is next? Wii U or something? Who's going to hack the Wii U network?" Nintendo is safe; they got no problems. No one gives a damn.
Lizard Squad apparently is believed to be using the DDoS attack against these systems, but they both Xbox and PlayStation have effectively denied that this is what's going on. So they're saying that we've got some slight technical issues. Neither Microsoft, blah blah. On December 25th, we will tap into Microsoft and shut down Xbox Live forever. So enjoy it.
There you go. Forever.
Enjoy
Get
it.
your Wii U, everyone.
While it
Unhackable,
lasts.
brilliant software.
Yes.
Purely a coincidence, I think. But towards the beginning of this week, I sent out a tweet that said something along the lines of Sony hacked again. Microsoft Xbox has never been hacked or anything like that. It hasn't been hacked for a while. I'd be now looking at Microsoft employees be on my shortlist or something like that. And then what happens? The Xbox Live network goes down as well.
Nasty stuff. All right, let's Jace, what have you got to tell us this week? You haven't been on for a week or so.
Haven't been on for a while and won't be on next week, so might as well get something in.
Yeah, get it all
Australians caught downloading illicit content will be warned to stop.
Ooh.
Please don't download that bad stuff, you naughty people.
Ooh.
And internet companies will be compelled to help film and music companies take legal action against repeat copyright infringers under government changes. The Abbott government issued an ultimatum to internet service providers on Wednesday to reach an agreement with film and music companies within 4 months on an industry code to tackle online piracy. Ooh. If ISPs and right holders cannot reach an agreement by April, then the government will create a binding code for them, Communications Minister Malcolm Turnbull and Attorney General George Brandis said. The code must include a warning notice system in which repeat illicit downloaders are sent notices informing them they are infringing copyright. It will be educational rather than threatening in nature.
Right.
For the disappointment of rights holders, the code will not have to include tough penalties requested by some, such as Village Roadshow, including throttling internet speeds for repeat offenders.
Well, what's the deterrent? Just
don't do it, or they'll send you a nasty letter.
Oh yeah, I get sick of getting.
Watch out.
Yeah, I get sick of getting letters. I hate getting letters.
Yeah, get letters and you think, oh gee, I better stop.
Yeah, I hate them. Yeah. So well, anyway,
that's a bit on the that's a bit on the flaccid side, don't you think?
I think so. It's very soft.
Doesn't really affect me anymore because I might have just signed up to Netflix, and it looks very nice
you're not
in
sure.
HD.
Look,
Yeah, it looks very nice in HD on my 50-inch TV, and that's why I gave my daughter the Apple TV because it's got Netflix and she can watch it on the 26-inch TV in her room. So we can both stream high-quality HD television, $10 a month to two of our TVs in the house.
Now, I can segue to a number of stories at the moment, but let's go.
Not about the Segway?
Let's go to this. No, not about that thing. They're pretty good. Have you ever ridden one?
No.
No, never mind. Now, Pirate Bay. It goes offline. It's been taken down again, and maybe forever. So the Swedish police, now they're on top of it because no one likes the Pirate Bay.
You know why? You know why they shut down? Because they kept getting sent letters. In India, and the guy said, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sick of it. They're killing trees. The Greens are getting onto us about
The flaccid law has got to me.
Yes, and look, I know we've said it before, but you can't see them now. But they used to publish all the letters up on their site and all the responses, which were quite hilarious. But anyway,
Cheeky.
Yes, the Swedish police have seized servers in Stockholm after a complaint was filed by a group targeting internet crime. Wonder who that would have been. In the first time in several years, the site has been taken offline rather than blocked. Now, unexpectedly, the site's co-founder, this Peter Sund, who I think, did he spend some time in jail? I think he could have.
One of their founders has.
I think all three of them. There's three of them in the can, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, he's no longer involved. He's called for its Hello? Who's there?
Is that you?
No. Hello? Hello?
It's one of our listeners. Hi, you're listening to the show. What's your question for us?
Call for its...
Probably Dell ringing up.
Call for help.
Leo here. Now, Peter Sund, who is no longer involved, called for its premature closure. So there you go.
Well, that's good. See, now all the piracy off the internet, so we don't ever have to worry about it anymore. So all that ultimatums to the ISPs doesn't matter because nobody's going to pirate without the Pirate Bay now.
No.
Problem solved.
Well, the Pirate Bay has and still does exist on other domains. However, they are just a mirror, and there's no new content on them. So
it's terrible.
Oh, no.
I know. Have the movie
So
studios
it's like
won?
Quick Flicks then. It's got all
Yeah, pretty
contents
much.
on it.
Or Foxtel, for that matter.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned QuickFlix and Netflix as well, because I've got a story about them too.
Me too.
Oh, have you? Well,
You're going to be going all night with the streaming stuff. It's great.
Yes. Well, you can do your little story if you like, because it's probably the
There goes
same.
my Pirate Bay story. I'll just close that window. TV shows are coming to Presto as local entertainment giants brace for Netflix to storm the beaches. Presto is regularly mentioned in the same sentence as Netflix, QuickFlix, and Stan. What a name, huh? And it's actually a very different service because it only offers movies. Isn't that fantastic? Why would you sign up to something that's got
Someone
TV
that just
shows?
offers movies. Oh, well, who would that be?
Why would you sign up to something that's got TV and movies when you could have one that just has the movies?
Oh, wow.
For the same
Right.
price. Oh my
You
God.
don't need two of them. Make your mind up.
Yeah, that's
Rather than
right.
add TV shows to the Presto library, Foxtel is partnering with the Seven Network to launch the separate Presto Entertainment service, which will have the TV shows. So you can subscribe to that one for $10 a month and
the
subscribe
movie
to
one for
the
$10 a
movie
month.
one for $10 a month instead of just $10 for both.
Foxtel's
I've got
dead.
a funny feeling that
Great
these
idea.
things are going to take off.
Yeah, Foxtel's dead. They're finished.
Well, they don't have a problem now because the piracy is gone because the Pirate Bay shut down. So everyone's going to double subscribe to them instead of Netflix and QuickFlix.
Well,
and
if they're
Stan
smart,
and
they'd
everything
say
else.
$15 for both, $12 for both, not $10 for each. That's ridiculous.
I know, right?
What I'd be saying to Foxtel's, leave the cable in the ground and pee off. Next. But my Netflix story was a little bit different then, Jace. My Netflix story.
I'm intrigued. Do tell,
Oh,
Glenn, do tell.
Oh, look! I've been so enthralled in that conversation, I haven't got my Netflix graphic ready, and I know you like graphics, even though
Love
you
a
can't,
graphic.
even though you can't see them.
This show's a bit graphic at times.
Oh, not too much, I hope. Now, all right, there it is. See? Oh, okay, it's not there yet. Okay, now Netflix to offer 4K content in Australia. Now, you should have bought a 4K TV, Jace. It is
Yeah, but your bandwidth's not enough to carry 4K.
Oh, but they're getting
That's
around it.
because the Liberal government shut down our bandwidth.
The
No, they
NBN.
didn't. That's
Can't
because the
stand
Labor
those-
government spent $40 billion
The
on
Labor
a
Party
piece of
would have had
string
us with
and a piece of string and a
streaming
couple of
internet, super
cans.
fast, cheap,
Oh,
Stupid,
broadband
inefficient
internet,
bastards.
Now, anyway,
liberals.
back to
If they didn't stuff it up, there'd be money enough to do it properly.
Now, 4K is 4 times the resolution of 1080p. Users will pay more for it, though. It is one of the 3 tiers Netflix memberships will offer here in Australia, and it's all going to happen in March. While it's uncertain how much 4K content Netflix can offer, it says all original content that it makes available next year will be produced in 4K quality. So there you go. But what sort of shows do they make? Are they into making shows?
Oh, yeah, they've just announced they're going to be launching another about 20 new TV shows starting next year. Every couple of weeks, they're going to launch a new one onto their system. So they're just getting them all the time. That way they don't have to pay rights. They've got their own shows.
Well, look, we're ramping up to March. We're only a couple of months away, so get more of a position on what Netflix is. It says it will offer programming suggestions based on 250 tags and subgenres. It will detect over time if a
That's
user.
what I had to do when I was signing up. They give, well, you don't have to, but when you're signing up, it says if you want to customize your account, you go on there and it's got a list of all different genres and it gives an example of what kind of movie is for that genre. And then you can do like 20 or 30 different types of shows that you would like. And then if you like, you can go in even deeper and do subgenres of each of those shows and say what kind of things you want to see in your account. You can also set up multiple profiles. So I've got one there for my account, which is an adult's account, and then you can set one up for the kids and they log on to their profile and they see all kids shows. But as my daughter found out tonight, you go into there and you can do a search for something that's adult. You click on it, it says no, this has got parental lock, you don't have the ability to watch this, so go talk to mum and dad.
Well, that's good. Well, I suppose that's just normal. They'd have to have something like that. In addition to availability through Netflix apps, the Australian service will be accessible through Apple TV, the PlayStation console, and the Google Chromecast. So
And
that's
Roku.
Yeah, and Roku.
And a lot of TVs have it built in as well, so your television might even do the Netflix by itself.
And how's this? I suppose, look, this is all old hat to you, Jace. But how's this? Users, I don't know much about Netflix. Like, I don't subscribe to it. But users can pause a movie on their home theatre screen and pick up where they left off on their smartphone or tablet.
Yeah.
That's
pretty damn nice, right?
You can do that on Apple TV. Does that too?
Yes, yeah, but I didn't think that so you could, yeah, okay, yeah, but do you mean streaming from the net or just streaming from another computer?
Yeah. You just transfer. It's not as I don't know what you have to do on Netflix to transfer the stream from one device to another, but I know on Apple you can just go to the thing that says transfer to iPad or iPhone, and then you pick it up and
nice
left off.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's more complicated than it should be though on the Apple. I'll be honest.
Well, they'll fix that up. Apple are really good at making things simpler.
I'm good. I'm glad to see that's coming to Chromecast since I've got two. I've got two Apple TVs and two Chromecasts, so
there you go.
I'm happy with that.
Which you got the Apple TV 3 or 2?
The 3.
Okay, we got the 2, which is only 720p, but on a 26-inch TV that only does 1366 across. Doesn't matter anyway. But
yeah, no,
it'll be pretty clear on a 26-inch TV. It'll be pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what? Yeah, I was going to do something else. Now, Netflix Director of Corporate Communications and Technology, Cliffy Baby Edwards, said the company had been in talks with Australian ISPs and was confident it could deliver high-quality streaming to the customers. One issue is whether ISPs will include or exclude the high data usage in monthly allowances associated with 4K streaming, and whether codecs that compress a 4K stream can alleviate this. So I guess it's all to do.
It should be fine, I think, unless you're Milo, of course. But
yes.
I watch 1080p.
Milo will be downloading 4K.
Yeah,
like
4K,
in bytes.
not 4K.
In bytes.
I watch HD on mine, and I've got, actually, when I was signing up to TPG, I was going to sign up for Naked DSL for, I think it was $65 a month or something, and that came with 500 gigs, I think. And then they said, if you get the home phone with it, you actually pay $55 a month and you get unlimited. So if you've got unlimited, then it doesn't matter how much your Netflix uses up because it's unlimited.
That's right.
Now, I don't know how many viewers or subscribers that Foxtel has. I don't think it's
quite a lot.
2?
Oh, what's
4.
a lot? A million?
Oh, I don't know, but it'd be quite a bit.
But anyway, Netflix is aiming at about 6 million subscribers.
Oh, they'll get that.
In Australia. I figure,
they'll get that.
Yeah.
They probably got half of that already. They just don't know it. Well, they do know it. They just don't care.
It says that 53 million subscribers worldwide. That's a lot. And
worldwide, and they're only supposed to be in the States.
Yeah, there's 300 million in the States, isn't there?
No, they're also Canada, UK, and some of Europe as well.
Canada's not a country.
In June 2011, Foxtel subscribers were over 1.65 million.
Yeah, well, they're going to... I think Foxtel should have sorted this out ages ago.
But you know, when Foxtel first came out, right, we had free to air, and you had 4 channels, and it was ads 50 minutes out of every hour, right?
Mm.
And so
Foxtel
came out, and they said, the new thing, join up to Foxtel because we have no ads.
Yes.
But now if you go on Foxtel, oh my God, the ads.
There's more ads than TV.
Oh, no.
Free to air.
It's terrible. It's disgusting.
So, look, I can understand it because I've got to make money because they're obviously not making enough money on the subscription fees.
They're not going to next year. They'll get all their money through
even
Presto.
less next year.
Yeah, look,
Presto.
I think...
Presto, Presto, that's a magic... when you go pay Presto and things disappear, that's what happened to Foxtel.
So what do you guys think about streaming? Are you going to look at getting into any of these?
I'll see how it goes.
If you sign up to Netflix, you get 1 week free anyway. Just cancel it before they charge your credit card if you don't like it. But as I said to one of my friends, you can try that. They're like, no, I'm not even going to do that because I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to stop subscribing. It's going to be good.
Yeah, you forget and you think, this is all right.
What's the...
I could go out and buy DVDs every week, but $10 a month for, unlimited TV and movies and pretty recent stuff. What am I going to care about DVDs and Blu-ray anymore? I was going to buy a Blu-ray player like a couple of weeks ago, but There's no
No,
point.
you don't need it anymore.
No. What about you, Shane? Do
I
you
don't-
think of
I-
any
I-
streaming you get into?
I'm in a situation where obviously I know the latest and greatest technology and kind of how to use it. It's just trying to convince the rest of the family that DVDs and the like aren't worth the effort anymore. Yeah, so...
Oh, the 1 week
yeah,
streaming of Netflix.
Who buys
got to lose.
DVDs? Yeah,
We do.
Well, look, I would say that I would probably give this Netflix a go. Like, depends on how much it is. Yeah, look, this year it spent 3.2 billion on content. So I mean, and look, I think it goes, all this sort of stuff goes for back up, regurgitates or whatever, back up the line. So if Foxtel went to the movie houses and said, listen, we're stuffed. You know, we got to drop some ads. We can't make any money. We're dying. You need to give us your service for cheaper. I'm sure they'd come to some arrangement. But now they've waited that long that here we go. Stan's come in. He's come in with a wrecking ball.
Stan's the man.
Netflix is coming in.
Quick flicks.
And presto, as Eric said, presto, they're all gone. And that's the way that I think Foxtel...
I reckon, look, Foxtel will adjust their model. They'll have to. They'll have to. Look, they think, you can watch Foxtel on your iPad now and all that shit. The only problem is with Foxtel on your iPad is that they've limited it to 5 devices.
Right.
Which is not too bad. So not including the set-top box. So 5 additional devices. So if you've got...
I thought you could only run it on one at a time.
No.
Oh, that's all right.
That.
You can get extra Foxtel boxes for other rooms.
No, not that. Like you can watch it on the device. You can watch it on. You can have 5 iPads in the house watching the same channels that you watch that you're signed up to.
Well, that's all right. Yes. Oh, that's good.
So they're changing in that sense.
Yeah. So with Netflix that I got, you could have $7.95 a month. You'd have $7.95 a month for standard definition 1 device, $8.95 a month for 2 devices HD, and then I think $9.95 a month, and you get a lot more devices, and the 4K will come down.
But look, I just think that it's just look what Foxtel's going to have this catch up service.
Yeah, they'll have to change their model. They have to.
They do. They've got on demand already.
They'll just go full Presto and forget about the actual Foxtel stuff.
Foxtel are making a bid for Channel 10, so that's all part of it as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, look, as
that's
I said,
the funny thing. Presto is Foxtel partnering with Channel 7.
Well, then they'll have their finger in each pie.
Yeah.
Well, they might be. All right, let's move on from Netflix. I think everyone thinks it's a good idea, and Shane will convince the family sooner or later.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Now,
only problem is, just before we move on, just one more thing.
yes.
Is that none of these services have everything. There's still going to be an element where you're going to have to go somewhere else to get a particular TV
if you want
show
Game of
or
Thrones,
movie.
you can only get
whatever.
Game of Thrones in Australia through Foxtel. They've got the contract for that forever. So if you want Game of Thrones, you can't get it through Netflix or HBO or Hulu or Stan the Man or any of these things. It's Foxtel only in Australia.
Or Pirate Bay.
The thing is, though, you're right, Shane. Look, for example, you might just want to watch Foxtel and you want to watch the free-to-air channels, and when you're sick of watching the news or Tracy Grimshaw or whatever, because she's
ABC 24.
Because she's very attractive. ABC 20, communist bloody rag. Then you want to think, let's watch a movie. So it's an all-in-one thing. You don't have to switch. You don't have to get up and switch devices and click this and click that. So that's what Foxtel's got going for it. But if you get it on Netflix, you can only watch movies or TV shows that they've got on there. You can't say, let's watch on the news tonight, or the kids want to watch Disneyland or not, Disney or Nickelodeon or something like that. So,
but if you get a true smart TV, like can't you just push a button on the remote from TV channel to Netflix
to whatever. Yeah.
So you don't have to load up your phone.
I'd like a smart TV to be bought. I hope Apple comes out with this, where in the firmware of the TV is the signal feeding into, say, your Foxtel box.
Yeah.
Then another button, Apple TV's built into the actual TV, Roku box, Google.
It should all be apps.
Right?
Yeah.
It's all in the firmware. So you don't need...
Roku's doing that now. You can get Roku televisions now.
Well, see, they need a TV that has all of it in there. So you don't have all these separate devices plugged into your TV and just cluttering up the joint, which I hate.
Well, I'll tell you. Moving on, I'll tell you what else is coming to TV. Oh, but just before we do, is so Netflix. How current is the TV shows, Jay. So say for example, Doctor Who. Can I go to Netflix and watch series?
Season 8. You can watch it all the way back to the 60s.
Right, for $10 a month.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's good, and it's on demand. Whereas otherwise,
My Synology box is pretty much useless now.
Oh, poor Synology. It had
One more question or point I want to make about Netflix. I'm under the impression that the catalogue that we're getting is different to the catalogue that they have in the States.
Will be initially, because they've got to come up with licensing agreements. They can't break any licensing agreements with anyone else, but they'll work on it. When they started in the States, they had very little content in the States, but then they get more contracts and they get more content and more subscribers and so on and so on. So it'll take a while to ramp up here, but you've got to be patient. That's all.
Now, another new TV channel has arisen, of sorts. It's what is it? HeyHey.tv.
Yes, I had a look at it the other day. It's a really crappy website, but there's a lot of. But they want you to pay.
Mr. Summers.
Look, I didn't mind. I thought the website was clear, and I think it's probably made for older people because it's nice and big.
Yes.
Mr. Summers.
Yes. But anyway, Hey Saturday, that's what we're talking about. It's where you'll find... So what's happening is that they're putting back catalogue up on the HeyHey.tv. And yes, Eric, you do have to... It is free. I think you can watch... Some bits are free. And then there is a premium section to it as well, which I think is about $60 a year.
I also think that, and he sort of didn't say this in the interview on Channel 9, that I think they're going to use this HeyHey.tv as a sort of research platform as well to see what the demand is for their shows. Because he did mention that there will come a time, he said, something like these words, that will be live streaming. So he's trying to get a feel if there's demand for him to do another show.
Yes, but instead of on the network, it'll live stream.
He'll live stream, and that's perfect now because he'll just sell that content to Netflix or Presto, for example.
Or he'll just
Stan.
Or Stan.
Or just provide it as the premium service and just rake it all in himself.
Yeah, well, he'll do that anyway.
Or he could just stream it with
get a bigger distribution network if you sign up with one of the big guys, even though you might be giving away 30%. But 30% of, I'd rather keep 70% of $1 billion than 70% of nothing.
Yeah, well, that's right. So apparently, Daryl's come out and he said, this is where you will find fun-filled clips from the show, all the latest and greatest news, full of full episodes of Hey Hey. So apparently it goes back quite some time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they've been digitizing. It took about 5 years to digitize everything.
So so that means restored into widescreen. Is this?
Don't know about that. But all I know is they've converted everything to digital. Whether it's widescreen and they've touched up the colours and the resolution, I don't know.
Now, never have full episodes of the show been released, not on DVD and not as reruns on TV. Well, as you would expect, because it's current content. So you don't release the news onto a DVD. It's just it's dateable stuff. But
stuff that dates. Yeah.
Yeah, it's look. I don't know. How would he go with rights? Do you think of a lot of stuff
he owns it?
No,
he owns it.
No, but I mean, say he goes, okay, well, here we do a, I don't know, say he plays Molly's segment every day, but Molly doesn't want him to do that. He goes, no, I don't want that segment.
No, but you can't do that because when Molly was working for them, he was signed up to Summer's Carol.
Right, yes.
That content belongs to Summer's Carol.
Yep. When making episodes available on demand, so you can watch what you want, when you want. So and you can choose how you want to watch it. Stream the show on Saturday evenings to relive the Hey Hey magic. Oh, ooh.
But then they moved it Friday and then Thursday and then Saturday and.
Yeah.
Hey Saturday on Wednesday, I think it was.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how far back this goes. I don't know. Hopefully, it might go back as far as Jackie Mack because they were pretty funny episodes. Well, I suppose it's all funny when
they're all pretty funny. I used to quite enjoy them actually. They're all pretty funny. Well, it's something you used to watch when you were getting ready to go out.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember watching it when I was a kid. On Saturday mornings.
On Saturday morning, yep.
Yeah, where it started.
And you're still a kid inside.
As long as they don't do anything to upset Harry Connick Jr., then I think they'll be right.
Again?
Well, are they going to show that part, for instance? Or is that just been cut and deleted?
Well, we don't know.
Hey, it started in 1971.
Yes.
What a great year that was. A lot of important, awesome people born in 1971, I should say.
No, it was just a warm-up to 1973 when the good
you young fellas, get off my lawn.
But anyway, you can go to heyhey.tv and have a bit of a squiz. And look, there's probably some clips up there now already. So go and check that out. Shane, did you bring along anything this week? Did you jot a few things down, or what have you got?
No,
for us?
not really. I'm quite happy to contribute to any of the stories and any topics, bar a couple, that you wish to talk about.
What is that on your monitor screen?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. You can't really see.
What's
I don't
that
know if
one
you can see the
behind
whole
you? We
thing.
can't see what brand it is. And what is on that screen behind you, by the way?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to tell anyone what's on the screen because that's going to be a bit of a quiz to all our listeners and viewers.
Well, the
or
listeners will
probably the
find that
viewers. Yeah, the
exciting.
listeners won't be able to join in, unfortunately. But yeah, for those who can tell me by the next episode, just leave some sort of comment on the Facebook page, or send me an email or send me a tweet to let me know what that behind me is a representation of.
What is it?
They are the building blocks of
The Higgs boson.
something.
The Higgs boson. All right, we don't know. That looks too complicated for me, so I'm just going to head on to another.
Math is
The
hard.
building blocks of matter. There you go.
Yeah, there's a special name for what that represents.
Well, let's have a quick look.
Don't give it away. He wants to see what people respond.
I don't
It's
know.
audience participation time, boys and girls.
Well, I hope you're
Pencils ready?
I hope you're paying attention to the lounge, Shane, because that's where people will be answering feverishly right now.
Upside down, Miss
Yeah,
Jane.
I'm looking at all two of us.
All
Me
right.
being one of them.
There's more in there. Is Milo there tonight?
PA?
PA's
Oh,
there.
he
Osmos
he
Zip.
probably started off there, but then
Oh, that's so Annan guy.
then
He's
he was only
always
getting 4K, so he had to leave.
All right. Now, where are we going? Jay,
Photo sharing social network Instagram continues to grow, announcing it has now more monthly active users than publicly traded microblogging site Twitter. In a blog post published this week, Instagram CEO Kevin Systrom said Instagram had 300 million monthly active users, while at last count Twitter had boasted 284 million. Twitter has been struggling to maintain momentum amid several consecutive periods of slow growth and questions around whether it could ever reach Facebook-like saturation. Facebook currently has 1.3 billion active members. Meanwhile, the Facebook
owns Instagram.
Meanwhile, the Facebook-owned Instagram appears to be thriving on the ease with which its users can capture a moment of their lives and share it instantly, a process which is more awkward and takes longer on Twitter and Facebook. On average, Instagram users share 70 million photos a day. To date, users have shared 30 billion photos.
Wow. Do you use Instagram?
Yep. My daughter has got 2 accounts on it now, I've discovered.
God. Yeah, look, I don't know. I don't really... Look, I see the attraction, but I'm not a big photographer. Can't be stuffed.
I don't mind taking photos, but Instagram just I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's.
I do it once in a while just to get a photo that automatically sends to Facebook, because I don't want to open the Facebook app and then scroll and click the photo button and then stuff around.
Now, that'd be a
just
good
open
idea.
it, click, go.
Look, I could do it that way. I could do that. Yeah, Facebook. I don't know. You take a photo, you can just push the share button and share it straight away. It's pretty easy. I don't.
This shares to Twitter and Facebook and other places, Pinterest and stuff too, I think, if you've got those.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to. I might have to revisit Instagram.
Yes, you will, Glenn, won't you?
I might just have to. Now, look, Windows 10.
Wow.
It's coming. Apparently, it's going to be ready for installation, full version on our desktops in autumn. No, spring. Spring, isn't it?
Eric can
Our
hardly
spring.
wait for that one.
What's that?
Windows 10.
Look, they have to give it away because no one was going to buy it.
Well, that's the other story because...
Unless you've got a
not?
Dell.
Apple does.
Then you don't mind buying any Microsoft product if you've got a Dell.
When, when did you last buy a new version of Apple OS?
Snow Leopard, wasn't it?
Probably Safari. Not Safari. What was that?
Snow
What's it
Leopard.
called? Snow Leopard.
They're like $30.
$30.
and now
No,
they're all free.
$29, yes.
Now they're all free. So
correct.
why would you... Microsoft's got to give it away. Come on.
Well,
Well,
they have to.
They're going into subscription models, though, so people are going to be subscribing to Windows the same as they do with Office 365 in the next year or so.
I suppose if as long as it makes them the money, I suppose. Like many analysts have speculated that Windows 10 could move towards subscription-based service.
Even Microsoft doesn't care so much about the software anymore because they've realized, like everybody else, the important stuff is get everybody to use your cloud servers. Whether they need to be, they found out with Satya Nadella coming in, they need to be on Android, they need to be on their Windows phone, they need to be on Apple devices, they need to be on Macintoshes, so that people will pay
Yeah, that's right.
subscriptions
Exactly.
for the
And if
data
you're
and store it there.
if you're accessing all of that using a Windows platform, then that's what they're happy with.
Apple's offer of a free update to their latest iOS and probably the last couple of iOSs, but in particular Yosemite has already set a precedent for this, and the announcement that users of the Windows 10...
Yosemite's not an iOS.
Sorry, OS.
OS 10. Yeah.
I was just doing iOS.
Hey!
Hey, you're a pirate.
I am, laddie. I am. I am.
iOS. He's got the green shirt too.
There we go.
The
How
Google.
appropriate.
I love the Google tax. Those varmints.
Although based on last week's show, he might have thought he was putting a brown shirt on.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, isn't it? I thought it was brown. All right. Now, look, why do these windows keep popping up? Now, where was I? I don't know. Windows 10 technical build. Hang on. Where am I? There I am.
Hands up if you downloaded it and used it. Anyone?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah. I put on the virtual machine. It's all right.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Quick.
So what they're saying as well is that it also could be available if you've downloaded the technical preview. When it is released, you could also be getting it for free. So look, go and grab a key for the technical preview, download just in case. Just in case. Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, the thing is, when I downloaded the technical key, it normally used to tell you that this software will expire in 90 days.
Yeah.
I got none of that. It just seems to be like a free working beta.
Yeah, but it's
no expiration date.
Yeah, but I suppose maybe they know that it's not stable enough to be used, and by the time the stable one comes, they'll ping that little 90-day thing in. I don't know.
But possibly they'll probably just put a little code blocker in there, and you can't use it anymore.
But I would find a subscription model to Windows quite acceptable. Would anyone else?
Yeah, look, now you can get it. It's pretty cheap. Now you can buy Windows 8 or Windows 7 for home and you can put it on 3 PCs for $175 or something. Still more expensive than Apple, but hey, a lot better than paying $600 for Vista. That piece of garbage.
Yeah. So I think Microsoft is probably in between a bit of a rock and a hard place, being and the difference between Apple's hardware company, Microsoft's software company, and
you've got to pay for software. But they're now going into hardware. That's why they bought the Nokia brand, and they now call it Lumia, and their phones are apparently selling quite well.
They own a lot of computer hardware companies and parts as well. It was years ago when every time like Windows 95 came out and then 98 and things like this, and I jokingly said to some friends, it's like Microsoft have got shares in a hard drive and RAM company, and
they do.
Like, they work for Microsoft, and they're like, no, we don't have shares, we own them.
Yeah, no, that's right. There was always a set of hardware that used to go into the Microsoft computers, but so they own they got the Surface now. They're into hardware. They got the Xbox.
And look, I've been using the little Yoga Pro. It's a touchscreen Windows 8.1. You know what I'm talking about. And look, the apps are not aplenty. They're not.
They are a bit slow, but that's the developer model of Microsoft. Is actually quite archaic because they don't release the what do you call that? The SDK software, whatever it is.
Software development kit.
Yeah, software development kit. So they'll release it a week before they release the operating system. It's like, well, how can I develop for the operating system? You've got to release it months in advance.
And the other problem is they've been annoying their developers because they said, all your apps should be done with Windows form controls. All apps with Windows form. No, wait, hang on. We're going to go to .NET. Everything needs to be No, wait, hang on. Everything's got to be Silver. Right. No, we killed Silverlight. Everything's got to be F#. No, we're killing F#. Everything's got to. And
then they say after all of that, we'll release it. You can have it a week before we release the operating system. Well, how can
developers just like
the 8 ball? They've got to stick to a platform or a coding method or whatever you want to call it. Release the SDK to developers months in advance, like they do with Apple and Google, for that matter, and Android. And so by the time the operating system's ready to go live, they've got a bunch of apps ready to hit the market at the same time.
Yeah,
makes sense. They're stupid.
Yeah, because I've subscribed to a few PC magazines on the iPad, and I wanted to migrate from the iPad to my Windows so-called tablet now, and I couldn't download. There's no magazine app. Like there's a magazine app, but it's all to buy the physical version.
Yeah,
There's no online version. There's
So you use the digital version to order the analog version.
That's right.
Well
Get
done.
a Kindle app and be done with it.
Congratulations, Microsoft. It's like using Kindle to order a physical book.
Yeah, that's right. So, look, I'm sure it'll come because, as mentioned last week or a couple of weeks ago, the Surface 3 has been selling like hotcakes. So, I think as time goes on, more apps will come. And look, I honestly think that the Windows on a tablet is great. I like it.
That operating system, I agree with you. That Windows 8 on the tablet is good. On a computer, it's garbage.
Oh, I don't get the same.
Yeah, I know, but you're on the dark
And Windows phone apps. Minecraft Pocket Edition just came to Windows Phone this week, so there we go.
There you
Problem
go.
solved.
Oh, now, Jace. Sorry, Eric, are you going to
keep going.
I was going to say, Jace, tell us about Obsidian Loft.
Yeah, Obsidian Loft Minecraft podcast. Got another episode. Man, we've had some download. Nobody watches on YouTube, but the podcast downloads, we get like 1,400 every episode now. So
yeah, nice.
That's going pretty hot there. And
is that
Old
audio?
Fart Geeks coming up. What was that?
Is that audio or video?
That's video. There's also audio version of it, which has probably got about 300 or 400 downloads each time.
You should start selling advertising, mate. 1,400 downloads. That's ridiculous. Start getting advertising.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good.
You know what we need to do, Glenn? We need to put the word Minecraft in our title.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we'll
That's
do.
called
That
bait and switch. I think that's illegal.
Not for Minecraft, not for podcasts. You can put anything on.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right.
I think it still comes
Welcome
under.
to the Cindy Crawford Naked Show.
I think it still comes under the truth in advertising laws.
Oh, look, we're on
Unless
the.
you don't make money out of it.
We live outside those laws. Now you might.
Yes, that's right, because we are lawless.
That's right.
Just like Lucy.
Now you might have asked yourself, "Where's Will?" Well, that's what we've been
We've
asking.
lost our will to live.
Where's
Now,
where's that thing in American thing? Where's Wally?
where's Wally? Yeah.
Where's
No,
Willie?
look,
Where's your Willie, Glenn? Where's your Willie?
there's been a lot of storms up here of late, around Brizzy and.
I've got one right now. You want to listen to it?
Yeah, well, we've got one going on out here
It's
too.
bloody bucketing down at the moment.
Yeah, well, I don't say bucketing, but we've got a bit of.
I don't know
rain.
what people say about Melbourne weather. It's been great since I've been here. It's been steady. It's been quite cool, actually. Hardly any hot days. We haven't had any storms or any rain much to speak of. There's been no hail or anything like that. And one of my friends actually moved from Melbourne up to Brisbane. She's like, what the hell? Like, we're trying to get away from this stuff. Melbourne's fine now. Now Brisbane's gone nuts.
Yeah, look, well, we needed it. We hadn't had rain for ages. Like, we need it. I don't want to see the end of it for another week. It's great.
Yep. Sydney's getting blown away. Or washed away as well.
Yeah, well, at least the dam will be full, so that's good. Now, Office 365 is to be hosted in Australia, make a lot of people happy. Microsoft will go live with locally hosted Office 365 and Dynamics CRM online by the end of next March. So that's going to make people happy, because it's Sydney and Melbourne, so they've got the redundancy there, all within Australia. Local hosting will provide customers with faster performance, offer geo-redundant backup, and help address data residency considerations. Now, from March 2015, new customers will automatically be provisioned in Sydney and Melbourne, and existing customers will be transitioned across the Australian points of presence.
And just because it's here doesn't mean the US government can't get their mitts on it, so don't get too excited.
But they must have to fall under more or follow more closely the Australian laws, though, because it is held in Australia.
Yeah, but we love America and we do everything they say to, so...
Well, some people do. I don't.
Eric doesn't. He's the wild
I'm
child.
talking about governments.
Yeah, so there you go. Office 365.
Fight the power.
Yeah, Office 365. Now, did you have anything else, Jace?
I'm done.
You're done.
Done?
You're done.
Good night, dinner.
Well, I'll keep going. Now, rest in peace, Microsoft Clip Art.
Wow.
No.
Now, is any, I don't
Along
know.
with Clippy.
Yeah, does anyone ever use
Clippy's been around since what? 1990?
Yep.
Yeah,
Is that about right?
something like that.
Now Clip Art's going away too.
Now, Microsoft admitted that the usage of Office's image library has been declining year on year.
Where am I going to
because
get all
they
my
all go
images
to-
from my website now?
They go to Google image search and that's it.
No, Bing. because they're replacing it with Bing.
Yeah, right. Sure, they do, Microsoft.
Look, Bing is not bad on image searches. Just quietly, it's really good. Video searches.
Depends what you're looking for.
Anything.
Are they censored?
No, they're just good for everything. Now, it's library, yeah. So the clip art library has been declining year on year as customers rely more on search engines. And so they've shut down the office.com clip art section, image library. Microsoft.
Nobody noticed.
No, not really. I don't think anyone did, really.
No one uses it.
Nah, I use it if I'm desperate. But, yeah.
If you're doing a website for a blind
Your
person.
last presentation in the office was it, Glenn?
Microsoft is nothing if not opportunistic. It is replacing clip art with Bing images as the default option for users wanting to insert images into their documents. The tool will also help preserve the copyright of image owners, blah, blah, blah. You can be able to search for Creative Commons licensed pictures. A service has been offered by Google Image Search for a number of years. Unlike clip art, the images are not Bing images will not be vector images, as was the case with the clip art images. So if you're into images, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, well, you'll be totally confused. And it's probably confused as Victorian bus timetables. Do they confuse you, Jace? The buses?
I only go on the train, so...
Same thing. But anyway, something to unconfuse you. Public
Move to Sydney.
I just got away from that damn place.
Oh, Sydney's all right, isn't it? Don't you like Sydney?
Was.
Yeah, you don't like
I'm
it?
liking it down here now.
Well, his daughter's in Melbourne. It doesn't make sense for him to be in Sydney.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But what do you think's better, Jace? Like, say,
Melbourne,
as a
yeah.
place to live?
I'm loving it down here.
Yeah?
Oh, Melbourne's cost of living is way, 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 way different to Sydney.
Haven't you guys got some wharfy disputes down there?
I'm 20 minutes out of the Sydney on a train. In City, I have to be an hour out before I can afford to live anywhere.
But anyway, public transport in Victoria is set to release long-awaited real-time arrival APIs for the state's
Finally.
buses. Yeah, I knew you'd be.
You know that
I knew
they've
you were
got rid
waiting.
of train timetables on the light railway in Sydney altogether? No timetables. You know what they do now?
What?
Train comes every 3 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, look, it's been a while since I've been to Sydney. I didn't even know they had light rail.
Yeah, they do in the inner west.
Yeah, okay, right. How long's that been in there for?
Goes
Oh,
from
about 5
Central,
years.
Goes from Central Station out through. They call it the fish and chips one because go past the casino. That's the chips and it goes past the fish market.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
all that way through. Yeah, it's sort of that Lilyfield and
Lilyfield. That's what I was thinking of.
yeah, that sort of area. A little bit of back end of Balmain and Leichhardt, isn't it, Jace? Is
Yep.
that right? Yeah.
That's right.
So the Victorian government is going to release the APIs for the state buses and trams by March, meaning Victoria commuters should be able to rely on GPS-based arrival information rather than a static timetable. So I'm guessing, now you'll be able to correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will, that you'll be able to look at your phone and go, don't worry about a timetable, there'll be a bus here in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Is that what
I
it's
used to
all
do
about?
that with the train. You get to the train station, you're like, this train should have been here already. So one of my friends on Twitter writes an app called Trip View, which does the
That's very
trains,
good.
Yeah,
very
trains, buses, and what are the other ones?
Ferries.
Ferries.
Yeah.
And it's got a live picture of the network, and it shows where the train currently is going along the network, and it lights up and tells you 5 minutes late currently or currently on time or whatever. It's great.
Now, apparently this is already in Sydney. It's soon to be in Perth, Shane, and it's already some parts of Brisbane. Now, Yarra Trams...
Yeah.
Yeah, so blah, blah, blah. Now, I reckon this is a great idea because, look, I go to Brisbane from the Goldie to Brizzy, and I don't know, but you come to a certain section on the trip every time because you go on the same track every time, and the train just slows down. And all I reckon, and you'll probably find the same with buses or whatever, is
Because it's a bend, Glenn. They have to.
well, it is a
No,
bend.
they do it down here too. They'll go so far and they go, whoops, we're a bit late.
Yeah.
We'll just stop here for a few minutes.
Or a
in the
bit
middle of the
early, yeah. So they'll slow down. That's ridiculous. So that's better than you want to get like if you're having a good run to Brisbane, why not get there in like 55 minutes? Why?
Because you'll crash into the train in front of you.
Yeah.
You can't be too early.
well, yeah, but you can have a good run, and if you see the train in front, you could just like piggyback, ghost him.
They should at least
Ghost
stop at
train.
the station before, so if people need to hop off to go to the toilet or something.
I had to
leave the doors open, and then when it's ready to go, go again.
I had to laugh the other day because, as you know, I listen to Lawsy of a morning, and a lady rings up.
Hello, world.
A lady rings up, quite serious. She was too. She must have been about 85, and said to Lawsy, she goes, "Oh, John, did you know that?" No, she goes, "John, are there any toilets at Wicken Station?" John just
Lawsy, no.
He's gone, how the hell would I know? And then she keeps going on about, John, if they've taken the toilets out at Wicken Station, is there toilets on the train that goes from here to here or something? He just goes,
You squat out the window, love.
He goes, well, I've got to like 76 years of age, and I did not think at this time in my life I'd be giving someone lavatorial advice.
Lavatorial.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I just had to laugh. It just made me think of it. But yeah, just the crackpots that he gets sometimes is pretty funny. All right, now no one else has got anything. Might have a couple more. Oh, now here's a sad story. Ralph Baer has died.
Never heard.
That's in our Old Fart Geek show because it's to do with retro stuff.
Oh, well, we'll have to tune in and listen to that one. But Ralph Baer, as you may or may not know, he is the video game, or credited as the video game pioneer. Now, look, I'm going to try and put a photo up for those on the video. There he is.
Created the.
There's your TV, Jason.
It is.
Try and get 4K.
Is that a princess? I had a princess TV.
Yeah, look, it's already switched to 4K. It's got the number 4
It's got
on
number
it.
4 on it.
That's right.
Milo, that's your TV.
It can do 4 colours.
Yeah, because Milo said he's having trouble getting TV reception. It's still on the analog system.
Yeah, that's right. If you've got a remote control that's attached to the TV, you're using the wrong TV.
Hang on. Ralph has got
My uncle
Milo's.
had one of those. I thought it was cool when I was young.
We had one of those
You
too.
had to get up and walk to our TV at mum and dad's. You go to your cousin. Oh, look, it's got a cable. You can sit back here and change it.
Yeah, it's good. But look, Ralph has got Milo's remote.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not Milo's remote. That's his phone.
Or Milo.
Poor Milo. Only Josh and mate.
Oh, yeah, you got to laugh, though.
Your phone's much bigger than that.
Now, all right, now, let's
So
get...
this was before Pong came out.
Yes, now, Ralph Baer...
His underarm pits. There's a bit of pong hanging out of that. Look at that.
Look, he looked like he was... Well, how old would he be there? Wait, that must be...
850.
He died at 92, and
Yeah.
that wasn't too long ago.
So if that was 30 years when he invented this thing, the Odyssey, which was the 1972, inspired many other firms to make their own consoles. So his console was called the Odyssey, licensed to TV maker Magnavox.
Yep.
So Ralph Baer is widely seen as the father of video games for his pioneering work that led to the creation of the Odyssey games console. In 1966, saw him create a brown box that let two people take each other on in several different games, including a crude but by modern gaming standards version of table tennis. Now, look, I remember playing something similar to that, not in that sort of box.
Yeah,
though,
did you see my
but-
photo on Facebook this week?
No.
I finally tracked down the game that I had when I was young, which was similar to those ones. It was made. One of my friends said, "I bet it was made by Hanamex." And then last night I was doing some searches. I found it.
Oh, yes.
Hanamex 7771G, and it had a light gun, and it also did the pong and table handball, tennis, all of those things.
Well, you might have had something obviously that was inspired from this Ralph's invention.
Yeah, they said that he made millions out of licensing his stuff because he ended up suing the guys. Noel Bushler had Pong because his came out first.
So the Odyssey was the first of many game-related electronic devices that he created. Among these was the first light gun, as Jason was just reminiscing about, that could be used to shoot on-screen targets.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, how good was
Yeah,
that?
I had one of those.
Yep. Look, 1972 when it came out, I would have been a bit young, but by the time I was using it, probably been 1975. So it probably would have been close to an original sort of one of those. I remember I think the one I was using was a Tempest machine.
Right.
It had paddles.
Yeah, mine had pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hanamex.
Possibly.
Now, among these was the light gun. Yep. He also helped Coleco. Oh, good old ColecoVision. Coleco developed some of its game consoles and did work on collaborative play via cable networks.
Always makes me think of Gil on The Simpsons. You gotta buy my ColecoVision. Old Gil's gotta eat. There's a pain at the door.
Mr. Baer also came up with electronics underpinning the Simon electronic game. And by the end of the...
I had one of those little portable Simon game.
I think you can just see it in that graphic there. It's right down the bottom. And, and by the time of his death, he had more than 150 patents to his name. So in 2004, he was... Oh, where's that picture? Get Jace off the screen. We want to look at Ralph. Now, in 2004, he was awarded the U.S. National Medal of Technology, and in 2010 was included into America's National Inventors Hall of Fame. So, good on you, Ralph, but no good about you dying.
No.
Now, here's something for... Where am I? Here we go. Here's something for all you Apple and Steve Jobs lovers. Rare photos of Steve Jobs. Now, you have to go to the show notes to get the link because I can't be bothered. It was in a slideshow, and I wasn't going to sit there and take the photos out of a slideshow. But it's there in the show notes, aussietechheads.com.au, go to the show notes. Many call the period between 1985 and 1996, when Jobs returned to Apple, the start of the digital revolution, when computers became commonplace and first appeared in homes. 85 and 96, when did I get my first one? Would have been about 86. So that's pretty much on the button.
That's after, just before he got fired.
Yeah, so that would have been just about on the button. Now, on his return, Mr. Jobs bought Apple from near bankruptcy to profitability by 1998. Now, photographer Doug Menuez had rare access and has taken some snaps of this time. Now, look, I've gone through the photos, and there's just young Jobsy there, so rare photos, I don't know. Maybe they're rare because they don't appear in his book, and this old Doug had them on the cutting room floor for 30 years. Who knows? I think that might be about it. Is that my last story? Yeah, I'm getting told that is my last story.
Oh, speaking about Steve Jobs, they reckon Jeff Daniels is going to star as Steve Jobs in the biopic now.
Oh, really? Not Michael Fassbender?
No.
Michael Fassbender. Now, okay.
Jeff Daniels looks nothing like him. He's the bloke from Dumb and Dumber.
That's right.
And so who's playing Woz? Jim Carrey?
Seth Rogen.
Who knows?
Seth Rogen.
All right. Shane, any comments on anything?
No, not really. Just another reminder for all the physics buffs out there. In addition to that, if anyone can work out what that thing is on the monitor behind me, if you can see all of it.
We'll have a go. All right.
It's very standard. There's another hint. It's very standard.
It's the metal table that's split in three and dropped about 20 items.
The meaning of life.
Now,
no, that'd be 42.
Facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads, YouTube.com/Aussie Tech Heads, and AussieTechHeads.com.au /podcast. Go there. We've got AussieTechHeads.com.au /paper. The Aussie Tech Radio, as I mentioned before, everything's there. Glenn, Shane, Jason, Will, Eric at AussieTechHeads.com.au if you want to get in contact with any of us. So we've come to the end of another exciting show. So good work, boys.
Thank you, sir. 10 o'clock Sydney time.
Thanks for coming in. Just about. So thanks, Eric. Thanks for coming in. We will hopefully see you next week. Thanks, Jace.
Thanks for having me. Nearly Christmas, everyone.
It is nearly Christmas.
Holy majulies.
Well, we're going to have, next one will be the 18th, and then the next week will be the 25th, so I don't think we'll be convening on the Christmas day.
No, so next week will be the last one.
Next year, then.
Yeah, we're going to probably, yes, because the week after Christmas Day, will be New Year's Day.
Correct.
I don't think we'll be convening on New Year's Day.
No, the first podcast then will probably be mid-January, and I'm away.
Oh,
that's going to be terrible. Oh, we're going to miss you so much.
You'll have to phone it. Where are you going, Eric? Or is that a secret?
It's a secret.
I like secrets.
Away. Somewhere else.
Away.
Down
a place called Away.
Down the street in a manger. All right.
Yeah, he does look a bit like Jesus, isn't he?
Thanks, Jace. We won't see you next week. But we won't see you, Jace, next week, so we won't see you until next year either. Well,
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Jace.
Ned Flanders.
Yes. Well, you can catch Jace.
Diddly.
Yeah, right. And Shane, you'll be back next week.
Hopefully, depending on the feedback of this episode.
You can
and
bring back your Willie.
Feedback will be great. I love you all.
Yes, and
Hire Shane. He's a good man. There you go. Listen to that.
and
Bring back your Willie next week.
yes, Willie will be back now.
Put the
Look,
mouse back in the house.
as you might have noticed, yes, look, we're bursting at the seams with potential hosts these days, and so someone's got to take a break every week. And this week, Will put his hand up, and you know he's and Jace was telling me before the show, or did we mention it through the show that he blew his new Intel machine up? Did we mention that on the show?
Before he even put it together.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah, the storm blew it up. Poor Will.
We're okay.
It blew it off
got
the
two
shelf
other
before it was unpacked it.
We got 2 other podcasts now, so doesn't matter if we miss one every now and then.
No, that's right. It gives everyone a break. All right, good stuff. So we'll see some of you next week, some of you next year. Who knows? I'm confused. All right, but hopefully you will have the pleasure of our company next week, or audio or video, whatever is your preference. iTunes, YouTube, whatever. So until then, next week, it's goodbye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ron.
Yeah.